Hello and happy spring, happy Monday, March 20th, and welcome back to Kip Intrepid. It is crunch time now. We have started a new point system. Everybody's starting with 160 points. We are very close to our amazing DC trip, and we are very close to our star map testing. It is time to rock and time to do great things. Welcome back, class of 2023, and I'm excited to see you all and to continue teaching you some math. So, hello, hola, howdy. Alright, let's check this out. Barbie is helping her sister Megan sell chocolate at Kip Explorer, and her sister Caitlin sell popcorn at Kip Intrepid. What a helpful sister. Barbie helped sell 147 bags of popcorn and 216 bars of chocolate in 3 days. At this rate, how many more bars of chocolate will Barbie sell in 5 days? So, first things first, we can remember our steps. We're going to underline the question. So the question starts with the question word, how? How many more bars of chocolate will Barbie sell in 5 days? So I know I'm comparing the chocolate to the other thing in the problem, and the other thing that we're looking at in this problem and we're quantifying or getting a quantity is the popcorn. So we're trying to figure out how many more bars of chocolate she'll sell than popcorn in 5 days. The big important word I want us to write down that is essential to this problem is something called the unit rate. Everybody please write that down. The unit rate is how many of something she sells in 1 day, or whatever our unit is. Let me give you an example. You don't have to write down this. Barbie sells 10 C for chocolates in 2 days. How many chocolates will she sell in 7 days? So we know in 2 days, 1, 2, we have 10. And to make 7, we're going to have another 2, and then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I know each 2 days is 10, but I'm not sure about this number over here. What I want you guys to figure out and notice is that 10 is for 2 days. So it's kind of like 2 times something equals 10. So it's also like saying, well, 10 divided by 2, since 10 is the total and it's split between 2 days, and she does the same each day, that's going to be 5. So it's 5, 5, 5, 5. 5 is her unit rate. 5 is the unit rate. She does 5 every single day. It's kind of like when you're driving. If you're driving 5 miles an hour, after 7 hours, you'll have driven 35 miles an hour. This is the speed at which she's selling her chocolate. 5, 5, 5, 5. So in 7 days, she's going to sell 35 chocolates. This is an easier example of unit rate. Now let's go back to a more complicated problem. Okay? Alright, so let's check this out. Let's make sure we box our numbers. Barbie's helping her sister. She's going to sell 147 bags of popcorn and 216 bars of chocolate in 3 days. So in our first problem, we had 2 days. This problem is 3 days. And we want to predict how long or how many we're going to have for 5 days. So the key thing here is our unit rate. I'm going to show you guys how to solve this problem in 2 different ways because I think that's really important when we're solving problems. First, going to make this a little bit clearer. It's like we're getting our eyes checked. Beautiful. Alright, let's check this out. So, we have 3 days. So let's put the popcorn first. Popcorn. So our popcorn is 147 bags. And that is spread for 3 days. So she's doing this number, this number, this number, and it's going to make a total of 147 popcorn. For our chocolate, she sells more chocolate. People love chocolate. And that's 216 spread over 3 days. This is my popcorn unit rate, and this is my chocolate unit rate. I need to figure out both of these. So this is 3 popcorns equals 147. This one is 3 chocolates equals 216. So looking at this, what I need to do to figure out my unit rate is to take the total and to divide by the time given. Because this will give us how many per 1 day. So if I know that she can sell this in 3 days, if I divide by 3, I'm going to figure out 1 day. So right now I'm going to do 147 divided by 3, and I'm going to do 216 divided by 3. Because both of those are rates in 3 days. So let's check it out. 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm counting by my 3s to help me out with this problem. I'm going to move my paper a little bit. 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. And the number 14, I'm going to use the number 12. That's 3 times 4. Subtract, I get 27. Here's 27. That's 3 times 9. Nothing left. So this is 49. So that means that every day, Barbie's helping her sister with 49, 49, 49. So that is my unit rate. So she sells 49 popcorn per 1 day. Per day. That is my unit rate. Hashtag unit rate, yeah! Now let's check out my chocolates. For my chocolates, I'm going to do 216 divided by 3. I'm dividing that by 3 because, remember, this is for 3 days. This number is a little bit simpler because I can see 21, which is a multiple of 3. That's 3 times 7. It's 21. Subtract, I get 6. That's 3 times 2. So this is 72. So I can put 72, 72, 72, 72. So this means that she gets 72 chocolates per day. So we can see she's selling more chocolates per day than she is popcorn. So 72 chocolates per day. That is my hashtag yeah unit rate. Awesome. So remember, the unit rate is how much you do of something per 1 day or 1 hour or 1 minute. That's how much you're doing in a 1 unit. Just like when you go to the store and it says you can buy 2 boxes of cereal for $6, each one costs $3. That is the unit rate. So let's go back. We just drew a diagram. Now let's solve it. I like to solve it in 2 ways to make sure I'm doing it correctly. So let's go back here. It says, how many more bars of chocolate will Barbie sell in 5 days? Well, we can do this in 2 ways. 1, I'm going to do, well, if this is my unit rate, I'm going to do 49 times 5. This is the unit rate. And this is 5 days. And I'm going to do this one. 72 is the unit rate times 5 days. This is for my chocolate, and this is for my popcorn. Okay, so I'm going to look at the unit rate for 5 days and the unit rate for chocolate for 5 days. 5 times 9 is 45. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4, 245 popcorns in 5 days. Let's check out our chocolate. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 7 is 35 plus 1 more, 360 chocolates in 5 days. Clearly, we did sell more chocolates than popcorns. But the question is, how many more? We can remember this from 2nd and 3rd grade. How many more tells us to compare those two amounts, and that means we need to subtract. So we're going to do 360 for my chocolate minus 245 for my popcorn. 0 minus 5, there's nothing there, so I have to go to my tens place and change the 6 to a 5. Change my 0 to 10 ones. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 4 is 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 150 chocolates and popcorn. Wow, that was a lot of work. Now let's see if I can show it another way just to make sure we got it. So what I did was I figured out our unit rate, which for the popcorn was 49 bags per day, and the chocolate was 72 chocolates per day. I then times those each by 5 to figure out 5 days, and then compare those two amounts. Clearly, chocolate has more than our popcorn. I could also go back to my original numbers and do 72 minus 49. This is my chocolate unit rate. and this is my popcorn unit rate. Okay, so what I just did is I took our unit rate 72 for chocolate, and I took our unit rate for popcorn 49. Let me subtract those. 2 is not large enough to have 9 to be taken away, so I'm going to change this to 6 tens, change this to 12 ones. So I get 23. So this means that every day Barbie helps her sister sell 23 more chocolates than, what's it? So this 23 means that per day Barbie's selling 23 more chocolates than popcorn, right? Come on, who doesn't love chocolate? So if this is the per day amount, we want to figure out how much more chocolate per popcorn in 5 days. So I can times this by 5. 3 times 5 is 15. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 more. 115 chocolates more than popcorn. We can see that our two answers match. 115 here and 115 here. Awesome! Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm going to put in 115 as the number of chocolates more than popcorn in 5 days. The key thing we got to remember, you guys, is this idea of unit rate. We can calculate the unit rate by giving the total and dividing it by how many days or items that we're buying, and that's going to help us figure out the rest of our problems. I know this was a lot of work. Thank you for copying it down and taking your time. I know some of us are tired. We just had spring break. So let's rock this out. You're going to flip over your paper and work on a delicious problem about Chick-fil-A, chicken biscuits, and waffle fries. Take your time. Make sure you are figuring out the unit rate, which is all about dividing the total into how many days you're given. Thank you.